Alright, chain setup. So once you have your plate on, you will put a barbell clip on, and then what I'm using here is a 5-pound plate to get a distance that I can replicate for both sides of the barbell that will push the chain assembly out so it doesn't get bunched up at the bottom of the power rack on the lower cross member. Then another barbell clip, then your chain apparatus. There's many different styles of those. And then another barbell clip to secure the chain assembly to where it's at. And that is your setup. Obviously, plate weight can change, distances can change, or you don't even have to push it that far out if you don't want to. All up to you. This is just how I do it. Alright, once you have that, you will have your supportive chain draped down, and then you can add your weighted chain. And I just grab the loose end and hook it into the carabiner. And this is where you play around with chains, especially if you're new to setting them up or haven't done it in 6 months or a year like I sometimes do, and don't really always know where exactly I had it last. So here I unrack it from the pins and push up, and you can see that the chain is kind of free floating. Not kind of, it is. Now if you like that style of training, you can leave it like that and do your training that way. Or you can lower it down to where eventually I get, after a couple of adjustments, to where the chains are like 2 or 3 links are on the ground, and it just gives it a more stable feel. And you could also have it where the chain comes off the ground at the last few inches of lockout if you wanted to do that kind of training. It's all really how you have chains programmed in. The biggest thing is don't be afraid to try something out, even if you have to take a little time to figure it out. I think the whole setup of this took me like 3 or 4 minutes to get to the length I wanted. And once you have it, you're golden. You just cruise with it for your whole training. Almost there. I do one more jump down. Yep. And that's how I usually roll. If I really want to push into it, I'll have more chain draped on the ground and feel like you're kind of getting sucked down. But when it kind of floats like that, it really makes you work at the top. And adding what chain weight, you just put it through that loop that you created and move on to your next set. Now you can see why I pushed those chains out right now, because it's making a nice neat pile by the power rack. If it was all the way up to that plate, it would be brushing down over that lower support arm. It's kind of annoying. And here I am just getting a little weight of what I was pushing, if you have one of these scales. Alright, have fun with it.